We're now going to look at panel drawing configuration. I have a drawing, panel drawing configuration there. What I'm going to do is right click here on my project, add the active drawing and say yes to the project default values. I've got terminals in the drawing, so I say yes to match associations already in the project. And there's my drawing there. Again, right click on the drawing, properties, drawing properties. Make sure your sheet numbers are sequential by making it 05 and enter there. That'll OK it. And as you can see now, 05 is the sheet number and we're sequential for our 08 panel layouts project. Now, up until now, we haven't really looked at layers or layer naming or anything like that at all. So let's zoom in on these relays here. Let's have a look. I've got a relay there. If I click on that relay, like so, it's on the layer SYMS for symbols. Now, let's have a look at my panel drawing configuration. If I go to the panel tab on the ribbon and go here to other tools, this panel here, and click on the flyout here, I've got configuration, rename layers, update layers. I can also make my X data visible. So if I've got links to databases, it'll convert the invisible X data to visible attribute text. I'm going to go to configuration here. Now, panel drawing configuration and defaults. This sheet, panel drawing configuration. So basically this is a setup for this particular sheet, sheet 05 in the project. We've got a default spacing for multiple inserts, a footprint insert scale, a balloon setup. If I go to setup there, I can change what my balloons look like. They can be circles, ellipses, polygons. I can edit all of that later. Now, item numbering. Let's change that to 001. And what I'm going to do as well is have a look at my footprint layers here. Now here's all my footprint layers, they're all there. So anything that I add, panel components, can you see that? I can freeze layers if I want to when I insert those components, but there's all my panel component layers. There you go. Layer list, wildcards OK. Can you see there? P sims, panel sims, similar to the relays I showed you in the drawing. I can add a new layer name if I want to as well. So all that information can be set up like so. I'll just OK that, and I'll OK it again because everything there is how we want it. So that's how you go in and change your panel drawing configuration. So if I go here now and go to rename layers, I can actually rename layers that are referenced in the drawing. So I might want to rename my P wire layer, so I'll OK that, and as you can see, I can rename it in any which way I want to. Rename layers again there. And the drawing layer names referenced in the panel layout config dialog box. So there's the layer names. Notice I only clicked on OK because they were OK. If I go down here and select P wire and edit, I can edit that layer name. So I might change it to P wiring, for example, and OK it. There it is in the list. When I replace that, I can actually find something in the list and replace it if I want to. When I OK it, anything that was on P wire is now on P wiring. So that's how I can rename my layers. Now let's just check that though. Let's go to the Home tab, go to Layers here, and have a look at my layer flyout here. And if we scroll down, there's P wiring. Now you'll notice there I've got P tag, panel tag. Let's have a look at that layer back here now in the panel tab on the ribbon. Let's go to rename layers again, and we'll find P tag, we'll edit it, and we'll call it panel tag, like so, and we'll OK that. Renames it in the list, I'll OK that there. Anything on P tag is now on layer panel tag. So if I select that there, can't tell anything there because it's a block, so I'd have to actually physically explode that component. But if I go back to the Home tab, click here, have we got a P tag anymore? Let's have a look. No, we haven't. There's no P tag. Can you see it's not there anymore? So I come up here and you'll see there's panel tag right there. So you can see that those layers get renamed when you go into your rename layers option here. So that's what your configuration and your panel drawing configuration does for you. We'll look at some of the other tools as well as we work through the rest of this section in our VTC title.